So, you want to draw expressions? Well, you're in luck, bestie. Hi, my name is Frizzy. It has been a while since I did a voiceover, but here we are. Today we're going to be talking about expressions and hopefully how to draw them. I feel like I've made it very clear that I'm not good at tutorials. However, I'm trying anyway. The first tip I've got is basically don't be afraid to make your characters look dumb. Because it feels like a lot of artists are afraid to really push expressions because you end up with something like this and yeah, it looks kind of dumb. But usually you can still get away with it because it gives the character a spark of humanity. It makes them feel more real despite people probably not actually being able to make that face, if that makes sense. Side note of that, I feel like a lot of artists' expressions, I feel like a lot of artists' expressions are sort of cut off at the knees because they don't allow space to go between the iris and the eyelid/eyelash. And basically what I think is don't be afraid, let that iris go all over the place. You can make it go smaller, bigger, because it helps express a lot of emotion. So, tip number 2, exaggerate everything. Eyes go wide when your character is shocked. Make those eyes like saucers, bestie. Does the lip curl up in disgust? Make that sucker repulsed, bestie. As an aside, the exaggerating isn't for everyone's style, so do what you will with the info. Number 3, it's not just the face that shows emotion. The body also shows emotion. You can actually express a lot without even showing the face. For example, this. I'm not great at expressing this. However, in this picture, you tell that the person is sad even though you can't see their face just because of their body language. And that's a really big part of expressing what your characters are feeling through body language. Along the lines of body language, if your character has longer ears or special ears, I like to move those according to what the emotion is. I don't know, I think it's cute, so that's what I do. But you might be thinking,
Frizzy, what if I want to draw a subtle expression? What if I don't want this screaming man? The subtlety, Frizzy.
well, in my opinion, subtle expressions are harder to do unless you know the character. For example, this expression might not mean a lot to you, but if you knew that the character was cold, jaded, doesn't show a lot of emotion, never smiles, if it's anything, it's a scowl, then this small, tiny little smile would be heartwarming because you're like,
Oh my word, they made it so far, they're smiling. Do you see that they're smiling?
you know? Does that... I don't know that doesn't make any sense. Another thing, look to artists or pictures that you see that you can really admire for how much emotion that they show. I feel like there's a quote somewhere that's, good artists copy, great artists steal. Obviously, don't plagiarize, that's, I'll judge you for that, bestie. But also, kind of just playing around with expressions in general. Taking a blank face and just changing little things on it to see how much different it makes the expression. Where am I going with this? I feel like I had a point and I'm just... What am I doing? What is happening? Oh my word. I feel like my main tips for this would be to exaggerate everything and study pieces of art that you like that are expressive. The way I try and construct expressions is I have these base emotions and then you can add these other kind of emotions to mix in with the traits and sort of mishmash an expression together. Does that make sense? I don't know. Hopefully. So generally the base emotions, let's see. Let me try and write them down first. Have a script. Good idea. Let's have a script. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so basically the base emotions that I have are anger, joy, sadness, fear. So for anger, a furrowed brow and gritted teeth, a snarl, Joy is signified by squinted eyes and of course a smile. For sadness, you have the sad brows, these ones. I don't know what is this position called for an eyebrow? This one. Fear, you have the wide eyes and the scared eyebrows, which are basically the sad eyebrows, but raised. And for little things that I mix those with, these sort of secondary emotions that can be layered over those, is confusion, which is the squinted eyes, the confused eyebrows, which is kind of like the angry ones, but less intense. Then you can have tiredness, you have eye bags, and the eyes basically closed, because they're barely awake, they're And of course, blushing, blush. So on top of all those, there are little things that you can add or change about the expressions to basically change the expression entirely. So subtle things that can really change the feeling of it. So for example, raised shoulders, a wrinkled nose, irritation. And by irritation, I mean this. I don't know how to explain it other than this, because like if you have someone smiling like this, you know, the vibe is entirely changed if you just boom this. You just kind of flatten the top of their eyes and they just look like like this. I don't know why. This expression always makes me laugh. You know, raised eyebrows can give it like a surprised-ish expression of it. And then also the sad brow, okay? Because let's take the smile again. Changing the eyebrows on a smile can really make something different. Let's take the smile with the irritation on it and just change the eyebrows to sad eyebrows. Look at this. This is so smug. I love it when characters make this expression. It's very funny to me. And of course, tears. Tears are fun. We love tears. We do here. I do. No one's here. And I want to mention something. There are so many birds outside right now, but I refuse to close my window, so I hope you like the bird ambience. Spring is here, besties. If you want to make an insane smile, I talked about the squinting for happiness. Well, if you just make them not squint at all, like take away that happy squint, they look like this. And it feels just a little bit off, but if you take it one step further, make their eyes a little too wide, you end up with this. If you smile like this, please don't smile at me. I don't want to see your smile. Thank you. No, I'm joking. You're beautiful. And one more category of expressions, faces like this. I have no method of drawing these other than referencing Terminal Montage. He's a master of these expressions and they make me laugh every time. So if you want to draw things like this, reference his animations and stuff because they're phenomenal, hilarious, and he is good at drawing funny expressions, so go check that out. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I have on this. I'll probably end up recording for like 10 more minutes. It's already been 20 minutes. I've been recording for hecking 20 minutes, and probably it's gonna be way shorter. Who knows how short this is gonna cut down to. But I hope this was helpful. With that, I bid you farewell, and I'll see you guys next time, whenever that may be. Bye-bye.